Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Varteta Learning Platform, and today in this last video of arrays we are going to discuss about some of the array functions. I'm not going to show you the demo for every array function. I'm just going to show you the behavior of queue and stack, like how we can implement queue and stack using those functions. There are two functions, shift and pop, right? Shift, push and pop, these are the and there is one more, unshift. So these are the four functions. Let me show you. For the stack we can have push and pop, and for the queue we have the shift and unshift. Okay, so these are the four functions. Two of them, push and pop, they are used for the stack, and there are two more, shift and unshift, they are used for the queue. So these two things I will explain it to you, but apart from that I'm just going to show you the list of functions that you can see here, and these I have taken from a website, Java Point. There is a Java Point website that is really good if you want to have some study on your own. Then in that case Java Point provides a lot of material to you, but in these videos I'm just going to cover which is sufficient for you to have a base on the for the TypeScript. So taken for JavaScript, I have taken from the Java Point. These are the functions that I can see there. Concatenate, it is used to join two arrays and return the combined result. You can check this, how to concatenate it. Like if you have created an array, then if you can see like how to, I have created this array STK. So if you want to see like how does concatenate works, then in that case you can see that yes, you can see like this is the list of items that you have to provide, or you can provide an array. So using this dot operator you can see the signature of the method, and accordingly you can test it. Accordingly you can practice it on your own. Apart from this, copy, within it copies a sequence of element within an array, and similarly you can just take a snapshot of this screen, or you can go to Java Point directly, and there all this has been mentioned. Index of, right, it returns the index of the matching element in the array, otherwise it returns -1. So it's very self-explanatory, and it's very useful if you have this list handy in your mind, and wherever you want to perform some operation, some implementation, then these functions around the arrays will really help you. Okay, so let me just show you the behavior of queue and stack, how you can implement the queue and stack using these methods. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how you can implement the stack. So I hope you know about the stack. Stack is basically a data structure having this property, last in, first out. Okay, so just like if you put plates one after the other, then the last plate that you have placed on the top, that will be removed first. If you have went to the some of the events where there are some kind of food is also there, some kind of party is there, then in that case you might have to take the plates from a stack of plates. So that plate stack is known as the stack, because whatever plate has been placed at the last, that will be removed first. So this kind of arrangement is known as stack. Okay, I hope you have read about the data structures, and you know about this concept of stack. And queue is something very simple that you can see, like whosoever comes first, he will be served first. Just like in case you are getting your billing done in any of the supermarkets that you are going to that you went for to buy something, and after that you go to have your billing done at the billing counter, then whosoever is at the first, whosoever comes first to the billing counter, he will be billed first. So he will be freed first, his billing will be done first. So this is quite kind of first come first serve kind of arrangement. This is known as queue. First come first serve kind of arrangement is known as queue. Okay, so this is queue. Stack and queue, I hope you got the point now. So we are going to first see the stack. So suppose I am just going to create this stack. I have these numbers in my stack. So this last number, let me just empty everything, and I just use the push function. So if I have to push something to the stack, then I can use the stk.push. Okay, and then I need to put the values, whatever I want to put. So now push is there, stk.push, again it's like 23, and stk.pop. push another value 30, and then stk dot push another value 40. Okay, so now I have pushed every element on the stack, so this 40 will be at the top. So if I pop it, then this 40 will come out first. I can just take it first. I will pick this first. So console.log, I'm just going to pop. So stk.pop. When you pop the element from a array, in that case it will take the very last element from the stack out, and it will really remove it from there. It's not like it will this 40 will remain anymore in this array. This array will be reduced to 13, 23 and 30 after you remove this top element, right? This arrangement will be something like 40, then 30, then 23 and then 13, right? In a form of a stack it will be like something like this. Let me show you. 40, then it will be like 30, then it will be like 23, then it will be 13. So on the top it will be 40. So once you call pop on this stack, in that case this 40 will be removed. This 40 will be removed altogether. Okay. So there is another function without removing the element, you can find that out. So that will be that is also a function that you can see among these functions, which of those functions it has that kind of property. So you can use that function. So console.log stk.pop, you will be able to pop the very top element, which is 40. So it will print 40, and after that if you try to print the entire array stk, then in that case it will not print all the elements. It will simply pop the last element here first, and then it will print rest of the element, which is 13, 23 and 30. So here, just for the convenience, now remaining values. Okay, so here if you see like this, and if you transpile it and then you run it, then you will see like 40 has been popped out, and after that 13, 23 and 30, these values remain in this stack. So this is the way you can push and pop the elements. So this is the way it will behave like a stack. So if you have to implement a stack, you can do this. You can use these two methods, push and pop. Now let me show you the queue example. Okay, the example of queue. So let me move it from here, and then let me show you the queue. Okay, so if you use the queue, then in that case, since you are using the array, so you can obviously use the push method, right, to put the elements, right? You can use the push method like 10, then queue dot push, then 20, then queue dot push, then 30, right? So you can use the push method, and you can also use the unshift method. Okay, using the unshift, you can put another value here, 90 suppose, and then let's see what is the output, what comes out to be there in the array. So let's see queue. So let me just run it again. Let me clear the screen, and then let me just transpile it first. You first need to do the TSC, and then you can do the node. Let me run the node, and now you can see like 90, 10, 20, 30. So the thing is, like when you push, it adds the element at the end. Okay, but you can see when I did unshift, there is a difference between push and unshift. This unshift will put the element at the beginning. Okay, so it will prioritize anyone. Unshift is used to prioritize, push is used to create a queue. One after the other, people will come and they will go to the queue. But this unshift gives a priority. Okay, gives a priority to a person who has some other priorities, like he can be something like, suppose there is a queue of people who are waiting to get their billing done, or who are waiting to get their tickets from the ticket counter. In that case, someone can come with the special privilege, or with having some special abilities, those who are not capable enough themselves to stand for a long time, then in that case the authorities can bring him upward. So something like that, if that kind of situation is there, then he can get the priority. So for those kind of situations, unshift function is there. So this unshift function will add the element, but it will add the element at the beginning. So using the push, you add the element at the end of the array, and using the unshift, you add the elements at the beginning of the array. So using the q dot unshift, we have added this 90, and then we have added these 10, 20, and 30. So 90 is at the beginning. Okay, now I'm just going to serve one after the others. So to serve them one after the other in a queue manner, you need to use the shift function. So if you call this shift function, and if you just console.log, and then you call shift, then in that case what will happen, it will print the top element, which is the 90, and then after that if I print the rest of the array, then in that case rest of the array will only contain 10, 20, and 30, because this 90 will be removed. Once you call the shift function, it will not only return the first element, it will remove the first element altogether from the queue, because that is the idea of queue, right? You remove it altogether, right? So let us see what happens here. Let me first run it, compile it, which is transpilation tsc, and after that let me just do like node. So you can see, like, after I do like this console.log q.shift, then 90 will be printed, and then console.log q, then 10, 20, and 30, these will be printed, because 90 is not going to print it, because 90 was removed using the shift function call. Okay, so this is the way you can implement your queue and stack. We have already discussed. So if at anywhere you have these kind of situations where you have to deal your requirements in this manner, then you can use these functions. So that's all about the arrays, and from the next video we will discuss about the tuples in TypeScript. So stay tuned and wait for the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye, and please like this video, subscribe my channel.